I could fast travel, but I'm not. I'm gonna take a nice long run on the beach with my horse all the way back to town. It's actually not that long. It's 600 meters, but you cover it like it's nothing. Apparently there's a or two, but I'm gonna dip and avoid them. Oh, running slow. Yeah, that's Kamine Beach where we rescued Phoebe. That's why I got slowed down. I always forget about that. It's alright though. We're already at town. And the boat's right there. I'm gonna hop off the horse because I don't want to run people over again. I've run over enough people with the horse for right now. But yeah, we finished all the quests here, so we can just dip. No big deal. So we'll talk to Barnabas and head on to the actual game. Because, believe it or not, this entire gigantic island that took me a little over 3 hours, almost 3.5 now, is just epilogue, pretty much. It's literally just epilogue, and you'll notice that in a minute when we actually leave the island. But it's kind of crazy that it takes 3.5 hours to get through the epilogue of this game.
Wait for me, Cassandra. I'm all packed and everything.
You're coming, are you?
Hi, welcome to stream. How's it going? I'm going. We're about to get off of Kefalonia, finally.
Kefalonia is the only place you've ever known. You'd leave your home?
I would if it meant staying with you.
Can't go where I'm going. I need to be alone.
Hey, John.
Who's
What's up,
going
man?
to keep you
How's it going?
company?
I'll be fine.
If I can't come, then take Hara.
Hara?
My pet eagle. She's my friend. Mater gave her to me. But she'll be your friend now. And it'll be like I'm there with you. You know? To remind you of me.
Thanks, Phoebe.
But you have
Remembering
to
what I
promise
remember
we'll
about
see
this
each other again.
game. Phoebe is great.
I promise. You haven't seen the last of me. Just stay out of trouble until then.
I will. Don't worry.
He does not stay out of trouble.
Okay, you can leave now.
But that's just how it works.
Cassandra! Leaving Kefalonia
We got Marcos
without
yelling at
saying
us now,
goodbye
too.
to your dear Marcos? Tell me it isn't true.
Well, you're here now.
Adjusted
So
the
it
sound
won't be
fine
true.
because I rewatched
Goodbye,
the
Marcos.
stuff from last time I played this
Oh,
game, and the
is a
sound
dynamic
was way
duo.
too loud over
I'll
me.
never replace you. Well, I may need
I
another
turned everything from
assistant
100 down to
someday, but it
70,
won't be
so
easy.
hopefully it's
Come
better.
now, give me a hug.
All right, come here.
Yes, bring it in. Oh, will I ever miss you, Cassandra?
Thanks, Marcos. I'll miss you too. And what does the future hold for you?
Wine, of course. Though you never know when the vines will wither. I'm always ready for another adventure.
We're about to get to one of my favorite aspects of this game, which
Speaking of
is
adventure, I have a task for you, dear
going
Phoebe.
across the sea
An adventure? Yes!
on the Adrestia.
Already following
I
in your
love the boat
footsteps,
fights in this
isn't
game.
she, my
They take
friend?
forever sometimes, but
Ready to set sail?
Prepare to cast off. It's time to leave.
Good. The tides
anything to
wait
do with the
for
boat in
neither
this
man
game, which
nor
is
woman.
like
Time to go.
about 50% of the game. I feel like I love it for some reason. Most games, sailing and doing stuff on the water seems tedious, but
So, what course
game
do we
is great.
set? Where in this big, beautiful world does the mighty Cassandra want to go?
Megaris.
Megaris?
yeah.
But we'll be sailing into war.
I got a contract for some general's head.
Whose head?
They call him the Wolf.
The wolf?
Yeah.
Who wants Nikolaos of Sparta dead?
Nikolaos of Sparta.
We didn't ask questions for Elpenor, but it still gets explained.
The Oracle
And now it's flashback time.
To prevent Sparta's fall, the child must fall first.
You can't let this happen! Please, he'll do no harm. He'll help us. He will lead us.
Silence!
That would be baby Alexios in the flashback.
She has
Does her over!
Pay for her dishonor, for the life she has snuffed. She is not Spartan, Nikolaos.
Don't listen!
Yeah.
Nikolaos! Don't listen! No! No! Don't listen! Nikolaos! Why?
Mother!
Nikolaos! Stop!
Yeah.
Nikolaos! No! Nikolaos!
I may like Ancient Greece, but I definitely don't agree with the weird policies of listening to an oracle and other stuff.
Don't listen!
Your blood is tainted. Rid yourself of this poison.
Pater? Pater?
No, my baby! Cassandra!
Yeah. We got dropped off a cliff as a child.
Get me to Megaris. Now.
But I don't understand. Of all the places under Ilios, why risk our necks to go there?
That's why he says Helios. Since,
The wolf of Sparta
God of the sun and
is
shit.
my father.
Yeah. I understand your worried look, Barnabas. It's okay though. We're going for a good ending to this story, but as you can see, Kefalonia was literally just a 3.5 hour epilogue. And now we get to explore the entirety of the game, which is going to take like another 70 to 80 hours.
Breeze.
Does the deck always feel like it's moving?
I've got the perfect opportunity for you to get your sea legs.
Oh?
It's time for ship tutorials.
When the Cyclops
More
was
or less.
giving me a drumming, his pirates took my cargo. I know their ship, and I know where they're heading. What say we get it back?
Sure. It'll be a good opportunity to see how your ship and crew perform.
All right there. Let's
I
get
do think that sometimes the voice acting in this is a little bit overdrawn out. You know, like they emphasize on things a little too much. Stuff like that.
Keep up the speed!
It's no big deal though. We get the ship tutorials now, and that's always good.
We're moving now!
You can see more in traveling view, and that ship straight ahead is where we gotta go right now.
Get that sail up!
The fighting mechanics for on the ship can be a little bit tricky sometimes, because L2 and R2 is arrow. Just do R2 alone, it's javelins. And you'll probably see me mess up quite a bit with the javelins thing, because I mess up with it a lot.
Get ready to fight! Woo!
You can also do my favorite thing, which is just ram some ships. It does a lot of damage, and if you do it correctly, you can just cleave the ship in two. Yeah. You can cleave the ship in two, which will not restore your ship's health, but if you board and stuff and kill all the enemies on the ship, it'll restore your ship's health in the middle of a fight. So it's best to board ships if you're fighting multiple ships at once to make sure your ship sustains its health. They don't tell you that, but it's a good to remember about the ship fighting.
We need new recruits to better our crew.
I know where to start. The best archer I know. He'd be a valuable asset.
Best archer, he knows.
Well, you're going to have to persuade him.
What do you mean?
You get him aboard and I'll talk him into it. A little drachmi should sweeten the deal.
So you want me to knock him out?
Yeah.
No. Well, maybe just pacify him a little. Then get him to the ship so we can have a little talk.
Yeah, we got a tutorial now on recruiting people. I pulled my earbud out. We need to go, I think, like roughly right over here-ish is where they're going to take us, but I'm not entirely sure. I think I messed up my marker last time I was doing things too, but you can avoid battle with that ship as long as you steer a little to the left. Oh, I guess that ship still. Last time I was able to avoid it. Oh, they're coming for me. Damn it. I should be able to outrun them and just avoid the fight. I really don't want to fight them right now. They were trying to chase me down. I think we got out of it though. Yeah, we got far enough for it. No biggie.
Looks like we're out of that's the island. You'll need
Yeah.
to be cautious.
Oh, I was
Be crawling with
my
lions.
marker.
I should send
It's okay, we don't really need to worry about Icarus right now. We more or less need to worry about docking real quick.
Make ready for mooring!
Because the dude is literally in the same spot every single time, I'm pretty sure. Which is like right underneath this tree.
That's my target.
Yep. No big deal. He's
This area
every
will be
single
well
time. He's just up there. Yeah, L3 is to knock people out instead of assassinating them. It automatically loots them if they have loot,
ship needs
and then
sailors like
you
you.
hit L3 again
Join
to
us.
recruit them and triangle to kill them. Nice, simple,
Make a worthy addition to
easy
the
to do. I'm gonna kill everyone while I'm here. Because I think there's a little bit of loot, and only like 3 guys for me to go. Yeah. Only 3 guys to go. No big deal. There are other guys here that you can recruit, but they're not really worth it, to be honest. Dead. Alright, dead. And last one, but not least, over here. A good thing that you can do is try and recruit like high up leveled soldiers later on, and you can even recruit leaders of areas if you're lucky enough. And a lot of the leaders are like legendary ship people, so they help out a lot sometimes. You can actually get Odessa on your team too for your ship, which we're gonna have to do in Mega Reese, but I gotta remember where she is.
I got him.
Good. He'll be a valuable asset.
I usually don't remember where she is.
Don't worry. There'll be plenty of opportunities to recruit more people as we go.
Something tells me we're going to need them.
Alright.
We should set a course for Megaris.
Yep. I'm going to Megaris now. Which is all the way over here. I'm going to set it as my quest because I keep forgetting to do that.
A long voyage can be relaxing, but we are not really the cruising type. If you want to spice things up, you can always check my log over there. I make a note of anything I hear that could be...
These smaller ships that you're seeing all over the place are usually just like fishing ships or something. Like you can see that ship doesn't want to pick a fight. But those big ships like that are more of the fighting ships. I think this ship straight ahead of us is more or less one of the that is like guaranteed fishing ships. It has like a crab on the sail. Yeah, this one right here. It's got a little golden crab on the sail, which means it's definitely a fishing boat.
War has changed the face of the big world. If it's not Spartans or Athenians...
Little red sail with a golden crab on it.
Gods protect us all from mankind.
Nice and fancy. We have to fight 3 ships at once here. The way I do this is I try and take out the 2 lower level ships and board the bigger ship at the end of it. The thing to remember about things, though, is not every ship in the game has a chest for you to loot, so half the time they're not worth, which is sad but true. Not all the ships are worth for it. Yeah. And some of them just die instantly like that, so. You'll get some animation things too if you do a spear correctly, because you'll like people with the spears and it's great. Alright, I'm going to initiate boarding to save me from that collision, because I'm too close to these guys to cleave them right now. When this happens, you just go fight people. Oh, this is one of those situations where I wish I had that shield thing, so I could break that dude's shield and I could break this dude's shield too. You can always do the heavy attack, but it's just easier sometimes when you can break their shield. Definitely makes things a little bit faster. If you knock them in the water, they're instantly dead because they die due to sharks and stuff. As you can see, there's a chest over here. Oh, I have to kill everyone on the enemy crew first, which is easier said than done half the time because my dumbasses are surrounding them. A little bit too much. He does not want to fall off the ship, damn. Alright, well, he's dead now. That's what matters. This ship is big, so it actually has 2 chests. There's some boss ships in the game, too, that'll have 3 chests. And a fancy tent on them as well, that one of the chests will be in. It'll be a legendary chest in those. Usually that's for a different branch of storyline, so we don't have to worry about that right now. Alright, let's finish off this last ship real quick.
We need more crew!
I should just be able to ram this one and call it good. Nope, never mind. I guess it only wanted me to ram the first ship. I'm gonna ram these guys then and finish things because I don't really want to deal with it that much within the boarding thing. So I'm just going to cleave them in two. Nice and easy. Get the quest done.
What I've heard, Megaris is home to the fiercest fighting so far. Spartans.
Look at that. Everything's done. Alright, we can move on to cutscenes. Because I think the next step is just cutscenes for right now. We do have a bounty on our head, sadly. But that's what happens when you kill a specific army's set of ships. So we'll definitely learn more about that as we go do more stuff. Yeah. There we go. We have finally reached Megaris. That's fine. I just saw your Discord thing, but yeah, that's fine. No, I kind of figured. You usually don't say anything during RPGs, so that's fine. No, when I said I don't want to fall behind, I meant on like the comic book thing on Apex, more or less, with the treasure packs, and it can't hurt to just play for a little bit and get like 3 or 4 levels out of the way. I've been playing every day to make sure that I don't fall behind on them. I play with you and somebody else, then play with randoms, because you know how we do with randoms. They're not very good. Yeah, our father's a badass. He just stabbed big dude there in the throat, where we had to beat the crap out of him. And Stenor. I think that's how you say his name. I don't like the dude that's standing up there next to Nicholas, but...
He cowers in his Parthenon, surrounded by playwrights and sophists.
It is ancient Greece. I'm going to fuck up saying their names a lot.
He knows you are too strong.
Pronunciations are a bitch.
Athens' days in Margolis are numbered.
I mean, I know his name is Nikolaos.
Athens is next.
But there's a lot of names that I'm not going to get right. We're just kind of magically on shore now. We were 300 meters away when the cutscene started. And this guy. I think his name is Stenor. But I don't know.
They were in my way.
Sparta owes you thanks. Diki has blessed you, my friend. You arrived in time to watch my pater achieve a glorious victory.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be.
I'm not going to go down the route that says that we're his children at the moment.
He adopted me into his household after his
It
previous
seems to
family
be
failed him.
unless argumentative if you do things that way.
Sometimes things happen in a way that you don't plan or expect. History has a way of remembering things strangely.
You talk as if you were there.
Maybe I was.
Nonsense. You're too young to have witnessed such things. But enough of the past, let's discuss the future.
Yeah, that becomes a lot more of a violent conversation if you say anything about being siblings.
Tell me why you're really here before I cut you down for wasting my time.
And he's also just a dick in general.
I've come to meet the Wolf of Sparta.
I think that balanced scale thing next to words means like you're trying to test your luck at
simply meet
thing,
with
but
Nikolaos.
I usually don't take it anyway.
If you truly came all this way to meet him, you might be disappointed.
Are you sure you're in charge here? You don't strike me as a typical Spartan. Perhaps it's best if I just talk with Nikolaos.
A sense of humor is not a trait I see being useful for a sellsword. If you're here to undrach me, though, I could make use of a capable mercenary. The fleet might be destroyed, but Megaris is firmly in Athenian control. We need to
we are going to get our tutorial again now. Since we're in the big world, we're going to get a tutorial on conquering nations, more or less, in a
Why do
little
you
bit
need a
here.
mercenary to do that? You seem to have plenty of soldiers at your disposal.
It's not a question of
It's a
money.
really simple concept.
The
though.
Megarians are our allies. We do not want to commit troops until we know victory is assured. My scouts are already locating key targets that we can hit.
I'm ready to serve.
I'm ready to serve. Together we will ensure that Sparta is victorious.
I'm
You're a
not
different
really
kind
going to
of
play
resistance,
a
aren't you? You're
greedy
just what we need to help deal with that
mercenary.
meddling Athenian
It's no big deal to me. I make enough
If we
money
can
in this
draw the
game
leader
doing
out and
stupid
eliminate
stuff,
him,
so.
we will crush the Athenians on the battlefield and drive their forces all the way back to Athens, destroying their supplies, stealing their war chest, and killing their elite troops should
Yeah.
leave him vulnerable. Take this and present it to my scouts. If you find them in the field, be sure to check for new information. They might also have need of your skills.
Okay, there's many
I think I
things
know what
you
must
can
be
do
done.
for this.
Remember,
I'm going to
every
do the
Athenian
two simple
soldier you
things.
eliminate will also
Well,
help us
technically,
achieve victory.
3 simple things.
And once I've brought the Athenians
But,
to their knees for Sparta, I'll get that meeting with Nikolaos. Or you'll be next.
Send those Athenian
I mean, at
dogs
least
to Hades,
I consider
Mistress.
them to be simple.
Do this, and the
Some
wolf
people might not, though,
personally
because
see to it
they involve
that you are
destroying 2 separate
rewarded.
forts and killing the leader. So, some people might not find that to be as easy as I do. But as you can see, it's telling us what we need to do. Megaris, if you see this little blue bar, or purple bar I should say, on the side, it says it's fortified, which means, you know, stuff's going to be bad. If we go after the leader right now, I think he has like 4 or 5 bodyguards when it's fully fortified, which sucks. It's so difficult to kill him when that happens. He'll be at the leader house, guarded by like 4 or 5 people during the day, and it's super frustrating to try and figure things out that way. I can do it if I have a certain skill, because you just pick on them with arrows with the skill that I normally would use for that situation. There's like a rain of arrows skill, and I use that sometimes to pick on them if I'm in a hurry and just want to kill the leader of a place. But I'm not going to do that this time. At least not yet. Maybe later in the game I'll sit here picking on enemies that way. But for right now, we're going to get the first part of that arrow skill, and that gives us stun arrows, so same effect as knockout, but in arrow form. And we're going to head up here to this fort, because this is the first place that I want to go. As you can see, the person holding our bounty is in this place. They're in here, like right at the entrance.
The watch will be vigilant here. Fort Hierania is full.
I'm gonna hide behind this flag.
This must be where the Athenians
Nope,
keep their
never mind.
war chest.
She's gonna jump too far, so I can't hide behind the flag. There we go.
Use Icarus to find what I need.
Oh, I told you, I don't want to fall behind on the stuff with the comic book and just levels in general for the battle pass.